Moving into our last story of the day, just to topple on here to terrible Democrat policies and just the knucklehead shenanigans of them doing their leadership or attempting to do leadership in various places. You have another company possibly leaving a Democrat-ran area, and this new company that's leaving is REI, folks. REI. So now we have Starbucks leaving. We have Walgreens leaving. You have other companies and corporations leaving all these Democrat-ran areas because they can't afford it anymore. Outdoor recreational retailer REI announced Monday that it plans to shutter its Portland store early next year due to a ground record-breaking number of thefts and break-ins, despite the company, you sit down, $800,000 investment in upgraded security measures, the Seattle Times reported. They spent almost $1 million on security measures, and it's still not good enough. That's how crazy things have gotten in these Democrat-ran areas, where you have companies spending $1 million or close to, and they still can't get this stuff under control. Meaning there's no amount of security that a company can do that's going to curb the break-ins, the theft that's taking place. Because again, Democrats love it. You can't say that they don't. How can you say that they don't love this stuff when they continue to vote for it? You can't. There's no way around it. You love crime. You love transing kids. You love having a guy in office that can't read from a teleprompter, that fumbles through his words, and his own White House aides are scared he's going to trip over a cord. You're all for this stuff. And we saw it in the midterms. That's what they're for, folks. You gotta get used to it. That this is what they're for. And the only way to beat it is to show up at the polls. You got to get out there. If you can't walk, vote early. Get that mail-in ballot and sit there and fill that sucker out, because it's only going to get worse, and it's going to happen to you. You got to stop thinking, folks, that, well, it's not in my state, it's not going to happen to me. Portland's not in my state. I live in California. It's still happening to me. And where are all these Californians going that are voting for all this stuff in? To where you are, folks. It's going to happen. Get out there to the polls. For the love of God, please stop sitting on the couch. Get up and go. It's important. Now, I understand there's other people in other countries, Shib. You can't get out there and vote. We love to have you, brother. You're a true American patriot, even though you're in the UK. We want you here, man. There's other people all across the globe that watch the Bald Brad Show. We love y'all. We wish you're here and voting conservative with us, but you can't vote. So now we got to deal with all this shenanigans of the Democrats running roughshod over everything and destroying our country from the inside out. So on Monday, Seattle-based REI sent an email to members explaining that its retail store located in Portland's Pearl District had experienced, quote, its just crazy. Its highest number of break-ins and thefts in 2 decades, despite actions to provide extra security. So, mind you, they were already getting break-ins before, but it's just typical of the Biden administration, Democrat Party shatter records. So not only are they shattering records through illegal immigration and their terrible foreign policy, but they're also shattering records here with the highest number of break-ins in their own cities. Lovely. The company also noted that it had outgrown the store's location. So this is kind of an excuse to kind of not exacerbate the problem so they can appease the woke mob, going, well, we're already outgrowing it, so we might as well get out of here. It's like, no, dude, you just spent $800,000 on security and it still wasn't good enough. So they're outgrowing the store's location, which employs more than 150 people, and that building required significant investment to address unspecified issues. You got to love this. They do the same thing when Starbucks was calling this out of, oh, well, we had some issues just with the safety and security of what was going on. We were making some investment opportunities. The store wasn't really getting the rate of return maybe that we wanted. Some cockamamie story here, just because, again, they got to appease. They don't want the woke mob going after the corporation on social media and boycotting them, all the other things, so they're appeasing them. Unspecified issues. REI has not announced plans to open another store in Portland in a different district, but is currently evaluating opportunities. We all know what's going on. Megan Burbam, a spokesperson for the company, told the Seattle Times that the record-breaking break-ins and thefts were specific concerns related to the store's location. No, you're just outgrowing it. Don't even worry about it. It's not the break-ins or anything. It's not the $800,000 you just basically threw out the door. You're just outgrowing. Business is just so good. Just so good. The only business that is good is you getting bent over by the Democrat Party and just getting reamed. REI worked with Democrat Mayor Ted Wheeler, who is terrible at his job, and local law enforcement following a spike in thefts last year, including a shocking incident in which a thief crashed through the glass front doors on Black Friday. The break-in was the 3rd in 1 week. It's just unbelievable. A spokesperson for Wheeler's office stated that the mayor's staff worked with local police to increase patrols in the area to deter and capture thieves. That's working out really well, isn't it? Isn't it amazing that you have the same party that's now asking for police to patrol and increase their patrols in areas to deter thieves as the same party that said basically all these arrests and the deterring of thieves was racially motivated, and they wanted to defund the police with all this stuff, that they didn't want police officers to go after certain races, whether that's Hispanic, white, black. It don't matter what the race was, right? Because it's a lack of values. Race has nothing to do with any of this, but it's just amazing to me that now they want police to get back on the streets, start patrolling again because they realize that their idiotic, stupid ideas don't actually work, which is typical. And the same ideas where you have this Democrat Party spokesperson called Karine Jean-Pierre on the podium of the mouthpiece of the leader of the free world saying they want to push through gun legislation and basically remove your firearms from your homes because of all the deaths that are taking place, rather than actually saying that people should be armed to protect themselves. You want to remove the citizens' right to protect themselves, which is a God-given right, by the way, but the Democrats don't care about the Constitution, which is why they want to remove your Second Amendment right as well. Well, enough on that tangent. The company then invested more than $800,000 to upgrade its security measures, including replacing windows with security glass, staffing 24/7 private security, and installing a surveillance trailer. Jesus. Quote, yet we still experience 10... God. Can you just imagine, before I get to the quote, can you imagine the board meeting on this? All right, God, I think we got it figured out now. I think we figured it out. You know, we got a trailer. Okay, we got private security, 24/7 surveillance. What more can we do? Yet we still experienced 10 burglaries, including one event that shut down our 14th Street entrance for more than 2 months. Despite the significant investments, the spokesperson stated the spike in crime has been overwhelming systems in place. They don't know if they're going to invest in Portland anymore. Why would you? That's why, again, like I said, you have Starbucks, Walgreens. I mean, you name the store. They're all leaving these Democrat-run areas because they don't want to pay for the insurance if something were to happen to their employees, the lawsuits, or spend $1 million on security that's not going to work, because it's a lack of values from Democrats. It's a lack of values of these inner cities. It's a lack of value where these Democrats don't want to have leadership. They don't want to prosecute the criminals for theft or robbery or murder or whatever it may be. You don't have like any further than New York City with Alvin Bragg not wanting to actually prosecute anybody, or Los Angeles with Garcetti and his attorney general not wanting to do anything as well. They would rather go after Donald Trump for $130,000 of hush money that he gave to a porn star way long time ago, like 2016, already outside the statute of limitations. That's where they want to spend their time, but not actually protecting everyday citizens from real crime and real theft. They would rather spend over $200 million on some bogus witch hunt that doesn't meet the statute of limitations whatsoever to go after Orange Bad Man Bad because they don't like him and that he's probably going to destroy Joe Biden in the elections in 2024. They need to put him behind bars because they need to keep Joe Biden in office so they could sit there and actually keep people down rather than bring them up.
I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.